Yo, we are back with Terra Nullius, going into our second part here, and y'all are fighting a terrible monstrosity. All right, it's the Pteranodon's turns. What would they like to do?
I'm an honest...
Fly into its eyes!
Caleb, I'm an honest player.
Okay.
The Pteranodons would not be here right now, correct?
Would they? Why not?
Because there's no magic, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, of course. I didn't even think about that.
I'm an honest player.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Because they're not even animals, they're just like conjured spirits that take the form of animals. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine like the way we know it's an anti-magic field, like all them disappear, like the sword in my hand disappears.
Like it appears and then my pterodons disappear and I'm like, shh.
Yeah. And then Tepin's sword disappears and
Yep.
Everyone's like, oh no.
Not this thing again.
So
to be fair, I think Darius and Tepin are the only ones who've seen it.
So, question. So are these like guys still in with us or did they escort them out?
It was literally like that moment. It was just like, here they are.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Well,
it's their turn though.
Die.
So this is the thing.
They're gonna die.
I mean, yeah. So I think the lady looks at you, Darius, with this terror, and then I think she's just gonna disengage and run. She can only run this, I think, this far. Let's see. That far. So that's what she does.
I see her. I see the fear in her eyes, and I see her start to run. I'm like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's
and so this is the thing. I mean, the gates are still closed though on either side. So she's running towards the gate, but who knows if they'll let her get out. Same with Gooch though. Yeah, same with Gooch though. He's gonna, I think, probably.
Who's gonna do? We can too.
Cover her escape though. He's just gonna stand there and ready his action to attack it if it comes near to make sure that she can get away at least.
Spared their lives for nothing.
Wow, Gooch is such a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty Gooch.
Zaman. So Zaman is outside of the range of this thing, the magic of it. He looks at it and his eyes widen in absolute terror. I don't know if anyone's looking at him. Maybe Ari, you can see this from where you are, because I feel like Raya's like faced away from him right now, looking at the thing. But Ari, your kind of line of sight, you can see him react to this. I think. Would you make an insight check for me?
Yeah.
I'm just curious if you understand the extent of his reaction here.
Has this creature been foretold to bring the end of the universe?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I
don't understand human reactions.
He just looks terrified. So.
I probably
won't
see it.
Okay. I mean, because Zaman though, the last time we fought this, didn't he cast blindness on it? Doesn't he have that?
Yes.
Who has that?
I have it too. Wait, does he?
Zaman. Yeah.
Did we fight this before?
Yeah.
I also have blindness deafness.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could have done it. I don't know.
Like this is when Darius came out in his Reaper form.
Yeah. Yep. So Zaman was here, and so this is the thing. Like honestly, Zaman was the reason you guys got this thing last time, or at least like made it. I think you banished it last time. But yeah, Raya's like,
Stop saying what my plans are gonna be. You spoiled it.
But so I think if Ari would be paying attention more, she'd realize this is like an absurd reaction from him, because it's like, oh, him and Raya honestly got this, because they're even outside of the range. But he's reacting very strongly for some reason. But he is going to do something.
I can do it with advantage, and give him disadvantage if I can hide.
I am gonna make a roll for him, because there's something going on in his brain right now.
Is it worms?
I swear, if it's something like he decides to try to use Raya as a blood sacrifice.
Well, so he.
Oh my gosh, Taylor.
Oh my god. Well,
I do have really great blood.
It's true. He has this reaction, and then he seems to. We're in the show version of this, right? We're focusing inordinately much on his facial expressions and what he's doing right now, like for a longer period of time. It's like as everything is going on, Zaman is the guy we're focusing on, and we see him, react really strongly to this and be terrified. And that he gets control of himself and then seems to like narrow his eyes. And as the thing's like, clacking and roaring, he just like looks from it, looks to Raya, and then looks at Tapayaxi.
Oh, no.
And then he smiles slightly. And he is going to... Let's see.
I shouldn't have put that stupid ring on him.
You really shouldn't have. Let me do this first, I guess. This would be the question. Yes, perfect. Okay, he recharged his fiery word. He is going to take one step this way, look to Tapayaxi, and then shout out, "We have not come here for your boon, worm. We have come to kill you." And then he casts fiery word on him.
Oh no!
Oh no. Zaman, what are you doing?
So I'll make the con save for Tapayaxi. This is going to cause a lot of things to happen.
You don't say.
Luckily, Tapayaxi has a good con save. So he only takes half damage to this and doesn't get charmed. But he is still going to be damaged by it, and he's not going to like
really
that.
hope, like, can all of us just shout, like, what the bleep are you doing, Come as he's like, as he does this to show that we're not doing that?
Yeah, we just get this, like...
What are you talking about? You lunatic!
Yeah, this overlapping, like, what's it with you? What? No. What are you doing?
And suddenly, Darius learns instant transmission and snaps Zamon's neck.
It's like I feel like Raya at this point would just be to the point of like it's the SpongeBob Sailor Curses episode, and you just hear like boat horns and like weird spring sounds and everything.
Yeah. Let's see, he doesn't have resistance to fire.
Okay. However, would he be able to actually cast that in that bubble in that 150 range?
Oh, good question.
No, Tapayaxi is though.
Good question. Let me look.
Is it just that?
That's what I'm wondering.
Can come from it, or
let me look.
Well, no, I guess it can't be though because you can cast blindness on it, right? So
exactly.
I guess
but from behind.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at anti-magic field. That's what this is based off of. Spells can't be cast. Summon creatures disappear, and even magic items become mundane within this thing. Spells and other magic effects, except are suppressed in the sphere and can't be shooted.
You can always...
Oh, yeah. Spells and other magical effects, such as magic missile or charm person that target a creature on an object in the sphere have no effect on that target.
So he says does it...
No, so this is the thing. He got a 25 on his wisdom save. He would have understood that. He wouldn't do that if it was just going to fizzle and not do anything. So
I should cross this out of my notebook, what he just did.
Yes, it did not happen. He did yell at that. Man, this is going to be so much less epic if he has to just use his, like, sling. like that would be just so pathetic.
I've heard about this in ancient myths from a foreign culture.
Yeah, it's the new great story. Zaman versus Tapayaxi. He was but a crazy oracle that no one thought was going to amount to anything. And yet he slayed Tapayaxi with a single pebble to the center of his weird worm mouth thing.
Oh, wait a second. Let me think about this. I'm going to make a roll quick.
How we roll.
There's a possibility that he can still do this. I don't think 17's enough. Okay. So I think what he does instead of... He yells that to Tapayaxi, And then I think he's going to do fiery word, same thing, except on this frog. Right? To just show that, like, we're attacking you and all of your minions, basically, right? And so he is, so same thing. I'll make the
It's
concept
time for us to put out a little fire.
Let's see.
Wait.
Here.
Okay, yeah.
All right. What am I doing here? Concept. Okay, he failed. So he takes the full 72, except I guess he has fire resistance, so it's not. It's the same thing. So it hits this thing. He's like reels backward because he doesn't get attacked, and he's like, and so I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple things.
Such a cool voice, though.
I'm gonna roll for some initiatives.
For the frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb, what the heck,
This just
man?
got a lot worse.
Yeah, no kidding.
None of us have even done anything. This is all you, Caleb.
I know, and I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, and then let me do one more thing. All right, I need to put these people in their proper places. Boom. Boom.
On your rolling initiative for each of the frogs?
For each of the types of
No.
frogs, yeah.
He's rolling initiative. I would. Wait, you're. Never mind.
Okay.
That concerns me.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's all the different.
Well, because there's the 4 guys, and then there's like
It's the 4 frogs. The guy who's the rule master, who's up there.
Then maybe
Yeah.
the wizard person's face is full of worms.
Worm Man isn't on the initiative yet. Now he probably is going to be.
Okay. I actually did forget about Worm Man until you just mentioned him, so I will.
Look, this is why you don't talk during this.
Well, you said the 3 different types. I'm like, there's only 2.
There's some GM stuff happening too.
I figured as much. That's why I was concerned.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. I have a plan. I can't say it's a good plan, but it is a plan. We're just gonna hope it works.
My plan is to turn invisible and just stand behind the guy the entire time.
You can't see me. You can't see me.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I need to tell you guys that story after this.
So you see.
Remind me to tell you guys the sneaky snake story later.
Sounds good. You see the gate on either side begin to open.
Oh, God. Caleb.
Who's coming in at 1615, just above me.
You'll have to see. They don't get here yet, but you see the gate begin to open. Raya? What do you do?
See it happening. What the bleep are you doing, Simon? What is happening? This is not the plan. You're insane. We don't like him.
I just attacked Simon. Just like
You could. That would be very convincing.
I can't in good faith do that. I feel like at this point, like this, we have this huge thing going after us. You guys can attack Zaman. Like, I think I'm kind of the only one to try and get this huge thing at this point.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Do you specifically call to Tapayaxi and say something like, "We're not with him. We don't know. We are not."
I mean, I'm just yelling that.
Yeah.
I see everybody, like the frogs, I'm assuming, are taking more of an aggressive stance.
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like yelling to everybody, like, I don't know what the bleep he's doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight the champion. I don't know what he's doing. But I'm not actually gonna fight the champion. I'm gonna cast banishment.
Okay, sounds good. How does that work again?
He makes a charisma save.
All right.
which I hope he's, real bad at because he's a thing.
Well.
Oh, he's actually not real bad at it, but he rolled badly.
He
so
did.
He's banished for the moment.
Nice.
This one took classes in improv.
Let's see.
He's at least gone for a minute. Up to a minute.
So he's gone currently for a minute. So he goes into the GM layer. And I will add to the map, or to the initiative, banishment. 1 minute, you said?
1 minute. And
10 rounds.
And at the end of that, if I save my concentration the whole time, he stays there. Because I'm assuming he's not native to this plane.
He's native to a different plane, for sure, yeah.
So now just make sure no one hits you.
Now the thing is I really need to be by Darius to give me good saves.
Then move.
Look, I'm not moving because I don't want these people to have an attack of opportunity on me.
Oh, do they have range? They might have range.
I'm sure they do. They're big creatures.
Right.
So I'm sure that their reach is 10 feet, and I'm not testing it.
Well, I have a chance for a charisma check on my turn.
Okay.
We might be able to get through this.
Like, I guess that's all I'm gonna do, and just be like, look.
Just think about how easy this fight would have been if Zaman had not said that. You would have banished him, and then it would have been like, we won.
As a bonus action, can I just like kick him and do no damage?
Yeah, sure.
Be like, what are you doing?
In between the words of the spell, you're just cursing, and then you're just like,
Yes.
And you see Zaman just smile. He's smiling evilly. Okay, Ari.
I mean, that's on my turn.
Okay.
Arrow in the eyes. Arrow in the eyes.
Okay. So,
Can you cast banishment on him?
do you, okay. Listen, Caleb.
Yeah.
Okay, so does Ari gather that like the mage guy like summon like used a spell to summon him, or like he just like
it was maybe even less like summon, but more just like opened a portal that the thing wanted to climb through, sort of a thing? Like maybe this has been a regular thing.
Like, if I had attacked him, I lost concentration. He would have
No. It's
away.
not. It's definitely not a. I don't think. Well, make an Arcana check. You know what? You wouldn't know this. So just for your character to decide, figure it out.
Okay.
He obviously did something.
For some reason, my internet's being really slow, but I clicked it. There you go. Nope, I have no clue.
Yeah. So you don't know. Could be a conjured thing. You saw like a portal open up, but you don't know necessarily what that means.
I say shoot Zaman.
Well, the problem is that I don't think I really want to do that. I'm just like, I see the frogs and they look like they're about ready to like attack Raya, and I'm not about that. So
geez, this is not going how I want it to go at all. We can just kill Zaman. Who cares?
But like,
just
I mean, you don't. I don't have
I just
more
don't
time
know
to
what
talk
good
after that. It's
killing Zaman would do.
Hopefully, not have
So,
all the
I'm
frogs
just-
practice.
Shows we're hostile towards the one that's hostile towards them.
So that's why I'm just
The enemy of my enemy is my. I wasn't gonna say
Also,
friends.
enemy. We're all enemy.
I don't think anyone is on anyone's side except for you guys.
Also, I just want to say, when I was saying that as Raya, her blood would be very tasty, her blood type is definitely B negative.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Good to know for the archives.
Yeah.
Okay. Here. So I guess I'm gonna just like. I think I'm just gonna cast Hunter's Mark on. Let's see, which frog did Zaman like? Well, see, I don't want to attack the frog though, because then that's like gonna send a message that like
Exactly.
You can just move forward and like hold an action.
You can literally just be like, I'm not. You can do one of two things based on that, right? You can just hold your action until one of them attacks, or you can throw down your weapons, try to make it as clear as possible. We're not attacking, and hope that works.
But I'm not going to be able to persuade anybody.
Yeah, but I mean, you could give advantage to Teppan, who's going to go next.
That's true.
Yeah,
okay.
like if you throw down your weapons and then say, like, we're not here to kill you, like, we've beat your champion, like, call off your minions, then you can give advantage to Teppan.
Okay, so here's what I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just because I feel like this is something Ari would would never throw down her weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. Instead, what she's going to do is she's going to go like look towards Tapayaxi, but hold her arrow towards Zaman, and just say like, "That is not what we're like." No.
Yeah.
You know.
Look, I'll kill him right now. Like
just
just
what I like to do is I'm doing that and I'm like holding it towards him, but I'd like to I don't think I can do this though. I'd like to hold my action to attack the thing that will attack Raya next.
So you have to choose between giving Atabai help or readying your action.
Okay, I'll give Atabai help.
Yeah. So you have your arrow pointed, but you're not going to have the wherewithal because you're trying to look at Tapayaxi and be like, we're not. I'm just pointing the arrow at or at Zaman. Okay. The astral dreadnought waits on its in the solar realm, waiting to come back. Atabai, it's you.
Yeah, Atabai is going to
do your thing.
He's going to turn around. He's going to genuflect. Like, just get on the floor. It's like, how do you even say that? He is just going to kiss as much butt or tentacle, I guess, as he can to essentially say, saying like, oh great Tapayaxi, this man, this
deranged moron.
This deranged. Actually, no, he probably was like this deranged Genasi does not speak for the group. Like we are here seeking help, not any form of violence.
Except for the violence that you decreed, of course.
We didn't come here wanting to fight. You brought us here. We're doing it because you want us to, but that's not why we came.
All right, you have advantage. I've set the DC in my head. Go
Persuasion?
for it. Yep.
You freaking kidding me?
No.
You freaking kidding me? I rolled a 6 and a 6.
Okay, Caleb, I just want to know
horribly.
If anybody else would be making these rolls, would you legitimately put them at the same DC as when Teppan is rolling for this?
Yes.
This is unfortunate.
This is very unfortunate.
So poorly. Do I notice that it's not doing well?
I mean, he doesn't really even interact with you at all.
Okay. In that case, is there a place I can hide? Not like in cars, but just like, what else can I do with my cunning action? Yeah, there's not a place I can I couldn't move here and hide underneath. It's not gonna happen.
Not really, no.
It's really
I can't hide behind the frogs, so I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Because at least that way, I get back my feline agility.
Cool. Sounds good. It's the green slad's turn. And it is going to do a thing.
Great.
Okay. It's muttering and blustering. It's like, oh, why did you do that? And it is going to cast Fireball. Basically, just so it will get all of you in it and none of the other frogs.
But they have resistance. You shouldn't care.
So question, Caleb. If I'm not wearing my ring, do I still have? Am I immune?
Yeah, you have to be wearing it. Yep. Yeah, the orb is special because it has like it's an artifact and stuff. It gives you some things without just by attuning to it. All right.
I mean, I think I went through enough to get that orb to get special things happening.
You did. It's true. Well, I clicked fireball. Everyone, go ahead and make a deck save.
I think I can have advantage.
I don't think I make it. DC 0. Oh, I do make it.
Not a DC 0. Let me look.
Wow.
It's a DC 12.
Oh, and it was so low too.
So wait, DC save?
Yep.
A deck save?
Mm-hmm.
Frick. Okay.
Wow.
I'm rolling horribly tonight.
Okay, so I take 14 damage only though, because I'm a tiefling.
Okay, well, my evasion lets me take only half damage, so that's 14.
So is it half damage if we succeed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of the Tabaxi go down.
Dang it.
Yep. So they're just burning now. I made a save for Zaman. I wasn't gonna have him do that if he had failed his save. So, but it happened. All right. So has everybody applied their damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I do it for. Actually, I need to roll for Zaman. Give me a second. Oh, nice. So, all right. No, it's actually even less than that because he has fire resistance. Cool. That's Frog's turn. The red ones are gonna go now. This one steps forward. It did not have a reach of 10 feet. And it's gonna. I think this one will just step towards you, Ari, and they're going to. I'll do them first, and then I'll make the other guys move. But, so the top is Raya, and the bottom set is Ari.
I'm hoping I'll be able to see these rolls. My roll 20 is being glitchy, so I just reopened it, but nothing.
How come one's a bite, the other's a claw? The others are. I see.
They get 1 bite and 2 claws.
Okay, so the
Raya,
two
you're
bite
totally
and-
fine.
Okay.
So the bite and the
1 bite,
first
1 claw. Yeah. Yeah. So nothing hits you, Raya, but
Cool.
Yeah.
make a DC 14 con save, Ari.
Jeez. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, well, apparently it's just going to show you all that text. Okay. Don't read that if you can.
I saw something about, I don't know what to say.
18 damage, and then you succeed on your con save, so nothing else happens.
Okay.
All right. The other ones on the other side, I think they're both just going to go for Darius, so they're going to go on either side of you
Oh God.
and attack you. They all advantage. So that bite hits at least. And 3 claws.
Yeah, a bite and 3 claws. Which I'm going down either way. It's
really annoying to have that much text there. Yeah, so go ahead and add that up. You got 12, 23, 39.
I'm down.
Woof. Yeah, so you get attacked by the...
If we get party wiped, it's on Caleb this time.
It's on Zaman. Let's be real.
And
It's on you, Seth. You know who's really to blame here?
Yeah.
So Darius...
The answer is not me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Darius, make 3...
If I can get back up, I have an idea. But
Make 3 con saves, Darius.
3 con saves?
Yeah, for each of those claws. Ooh, yeah, that last one. All right. You're now infected with disease, a minuscule slad egg.
No, I'm not.
Oh, right, because you have bonuses. Never mind.
Because I'm a dwarf.
You're good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Darius, it's you.
I guess I'll risk roll a death save.
I suppose so, yeah.
Is it a 1?
Okay, 1 failure. All right, we got Larva Mage dude. Let's see. What has he got? Let's... I think he's gonna cast a spell on you, Raya. He's gonna cast Dominate Monster. So make a Wisdom save. DC is 16.
Okay, let me see if this is gonna work because Roll20, I can't see anything. So I'm opening your stream just so I can see the map.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see if I can roll anything. And if not, I will go get physical dice to roll.
There you go. You succeed.
Yep.
All right, that's his turn. Well, let me just double check. He has some legendary things. Okay, yeah, and then he'll cast Eldritch Blast at you, Altabai.
You
Yeah,
can
so
use
now
it
I'm
as a
looking at the
bonus
stream.
Or if it's a legendary action.
Yeah,
is
he
that
is a
what-
legendary action that allows him to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Any
FYI, I'm now looking at the stream for the map. So
Yeah.
if you don't want me to see something, don't put it
Sounds
on
good.
there
Sounds
if
good.
possible.
I might just be like, close your eyes, Emily.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wait, let
Does
me
that
double
hit?
check. I'm not sure if an 18 hits.
Nope, you
no,
got
it does not
19.
hit.
Nice. Yep.
I
Same
thought I had a lower AC for some reason.
Oh, sweet. It loaded somehow in all that time.
Awesome.
Just kidding. You're good. Hide whatever you want.
All right, I'm gonna have the Tabaxi make death saves.
20, 20,
Gooch
20.
fail and Nakan success. Okay.
I mean, how much can you really expect from Gooch?
Do you have a plus
So
0?
Caleb, what about the other one? Are you also having them make death saves or no?
The other what?
The other Tabaxi that died.
He got beheaded, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Darius described
sure he
that.
failed.
Yep. All right, Zamon's turn. What is he gonna do? Well, I'll roll. You kicked him. All right, so he gets his fiery word back. I think he is going to look at Uriah and then say, I'm sorry, Raya. You had this coming. And he's speaking not like he doesn't sound like Zaman. Like it's his voice, obviously, but like something's obviously happening here. Like this isn't just Zaman randomly deciding to be
I
weird.
mean, like, is it just my arch nemesis to Hunapu?
What an idea. What an idea. And he's gonna cast Fiery Word on you, actually.
Cool.
Caleb.
Okay, and I have advantage on this because it's a con save. Nope.
Doesn't help.
Cool. Cool. Love it. Is it fire damage though?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
You're also charmed now.
And then let me make. Is it a con save for when I'm checking for concentration, or is it just?
Yes, it's a con save, yeah.
Can you hold concentration while charmed?
I don't see why I couldn't.
Yeah,
because it's
unless he
not against
specifically
his
says,
ally.
yeah.
Oh,
It is a
right,
DC
true.
30, though.
No, it would be a DC 15 because I only took half.
Oh,
the
you only
damage
took 30. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
because
perfect. Yep.
TV.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yes!
Ooh.
Wait, I have advantage. I'm good.
Nice. Okay, cool.
What? But Zaman would know that she banished the guy, and why would he do that to her?
You don't know. I know exactly what's going on here, and it all makes sense. I promise.
Well, hey, since I like had my arrow pointing at him, can I like?
That's true.
That's
true.
No,
you didn't
because
hold
you
your
didn't.
action,
You didn't.
though. You helped Tevin.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
Catboy,
Yep.
whoever he is.
All right, Raya, it's you. You're charmed, but he hasn't like said anything.
Um,
Otherwise. You just can't attack him, basically, right?
I know that's. I was looking up to make sure.
Well, would he have said
Yeah.
like attack him or like the guy or something? Or?
I mean that I feel like that if he was trying to do that, that would take another action anyway.
Yeah. I think I don't know if he even expected it to work. He just was gonna do something at her.
Yeah.
So
You'd have to like dominate. Like if the dominate monster worked on me, then you could like say that. But just a charm, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. He has to spend another action like telling her, or at least another turn. I think, telling her what to do.
So I would like to use my bonus action to healing word Darius.
Okay.
So there's that. Oop, you're up 10.
Yeah, at least won't die yet.
And then that heals me 3.
When I say that,
And then as my action, I'm going to like, is it like defense or something? Like
Dodge action. Yeah.
dodge. There we go. Because I don't want to lose concentration.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if that was the best idea, but that's what I did.
Yep. All right, Ari.
Well, dang, Caleb. I am at a loss for words, to be honest. Okay. How's the frog in front of me look? Because he's taking some damage, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how's he look?
Maybe 3/4.
3/4 healthy or 3/4?
3/4 healthy.
Oh, darn.
I think
okay.
all of the frogs are about 3/4 healthy because they've been damaged at various points during these 2 fights that you're in.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hate to waste my what do you call it? My not my my action surge on just a frog, but I feel like I've got some like things. So as a bonus action, so I'm gonna do my action surge. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter because it only makes a difference when it's cast at 3rd or 4th level. But so it makes no difference as to like the damage and stuff. It's just
Just where your spell slot is.
That's where that's where spell slots are right now. And then I will attack him 4 times with my machete. Actually, I guess that would be, yes, it would be 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Wow. That was really bad.
That was really
What's with
bad.
all the freaking ones tonight?
2 hit.
Oh, thanks, Caleb.
You're welcome.
I mean, I wasn't sure about the 17.
6. Okay, and then my Hunter's Mark, and then as my second bonus action, I'm going to Second Wind.
Okay, cool.
Now, how much does Second Wind give you? It's like 1d8 plus your
Something like that.
fighter level, right? Or is it 1d10?
Let me look.
Here, I'll look it up and
1d10 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Rank 3. Okay, not much, but something. Okay. Wow, that was a really lame turn. I was kind of hoping I'd just like outright murder that guy.
Yeah. Atabai, it's you. So this is the thing. You know persuasion didn't work. You can try another attack. You're honestly the only hope for the party at this point. Gotta be honest. So you should try something else to get Tapayaxi to stop.
I already tried persuasion.
Yeah, you can try another skill though.
I was thinking of attacking Zaman
Zaman.
to try and break the concentration on the charm. I have one idea,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if it'll work. That's the thing. I wouldn't know if it's the ring.
You can make an insight check to figure it out.
Well, I still get to do something if I figure it. If I
Yeah.
do
This
that.
isn't an action. I was curious if you're. Okay, so Atabai, I think you put something together. You're not entirely sure. So remember last session you were looking at the ring and you detect magic and the ring wasn't magical for some reason. You're not sure what exactly happened, but something internalized where like it was just inherent instead of like the ring did something and then stopped being magical. And so I think you can put together based on, because I think you were also in a position to like see Zaman react to the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering about that, but you asked only Alyssa.
Yeah, I mean she was the closest, but I think you probably with his 20 insight, I think you can figure this out. Given what you know about the last time you fought this astral dreadnought, you remember the other person who was there besides Zaman. Chalmer was there. And what was the ring made from? His mind control helmet on the undead that he was making. And so your guess is Chalmer somehow like took control of Zaman.
But how does that help me against?
Because you're Atubai, you're his master.
You literally are.
I know, but my point. Oh,
You are literally his god.
Oh. Wait, so I have to oust myself as Atabai.
Mm-hmm. To save everyone's life.
You are literally his god. Wow.
Stop, Zaman, I am your god.
Wait, okay, here's my...
Hail to the king!
It's so loud, Jordan.
Do I...
Oh, really?
Do I know...
It's okay.
Do I... Actually, I'll ask this. Could I possibly get inspiration by saying something, by coming up with backstory of something that only Chalmer would know?
Sure,
And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say like... I'm trying to remember, because this was back when... This was back when Toy was alive, if I remember right. And that's been a while when this was last relevant. But I'm going to... what... See, the problem is I can't... I'm trying to essentially... What I want to do is essentially make up a name for the plan they had.
So, okay. This is the thing, though.
Okay.
We have to recognize there's a separation here. Atabai, while being the god of the cat demons that Chalmer is in league with right now, Atabai himself has been trapped in a ring for years. So he would not know about any of that. If he revealed himself and convinced Chalmer he was who he said he was, he would... Like, Chalmer would be like, oh, you're the master of my masters, right? Like, so, okay, I will do what you say. But you're assumed dead by everyone.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, didn't Chalmer, like, wasn't he in contact?
Balaam. That was one of the cat demons.
Oh,
He was just a regular, he was a servant of Atabai back when Atabai was in charge.
I've been possessed by too many demons.
There has been a lot of, like, demon possession in this game.
I think it's Darius' fault. He kind of set the tone with his ancestry.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm trying to. Here's the thing. I'm trying to think of something that would. I'm trying to think of something that would. You know, I just think of backstory stuff, but Teppan would know that too. I'm trying to think of something that Teppan wouldn't necessarily know, but that.
Yeah. Anyone have any ideas? We can all brainstorm this together.
I'm just trying to think of something so we don't die. So wait. So. Wait. So I'm confused. So Zaman. Oh, Chalmer was. Wait. So wait.
Chalmer is the like tiefling looking genasi thing.
Right.
That basically made he killed the rest of the Burning Sanctum, took over the Fire Mask.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember that, but I'm confused for a second. So wait, Chalmer's master's master is Atabai? Wait,
technically okay. So Chalmer is in league and kind of serving the demon servants of Atabai when he was alive.
Okay.
Right. So they're the demons that like worked with Atabai as his helpers, the same way the Void Dragons were the like helpers of Shablanque.
So I would know the names of one of his demons.
Oh yeah, you would know the names of all of them. You could literally be like, you know, who sent you on this errand? Balaam? Isavar? You know, like just start naming off demon names.
Here's what I'll do. So he'll actually, let's see. So how much speed do I have? I think I have enough to reach him. 35, 30. I can move 40. Okay, I'll be fine. So I'll run up to him.
You take a attack opportunity though.
Oh wait, why?
Because of this Frago.
But I moved around him, so I didn't.
Oh, it didn't look like it on the.
So okay, I measured it out first because I went from here to here, here, here.
Yep, you're good.
So, trying to think of the right word. Give me a second. So I'll probably run up to him and say, which one of my ingrates sent you after us, Chalmer? And it'll name off a few demon names, like whoever it does, you can tell them the task has been done.
Mm. Okay. Sounds like a persuasion, probably.
Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to like who did this, because it's done. You don't have to worry about this anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's probably persuasion. Yeah.
And
you have advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
What are you freaking kidding me?
I think a 25 is enough in this instance.
Still,
but yeah, that's
3.
pretty. That's pretty.
I haven't rolled above a 10 on rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a 25 is at the very least. It's not enough to get like a full like reversal from him, but it's enough for him to like pause and hesitate and be like, "Oh my gosh, like what?" Yeah. But yeah, his eyes widen and he says, to buy."
And I'll just say like, "You say that on your knees."
Yeah,
you say that name on your knees.
He falls onto his knees and he says, "I am sorry. What do you want me to do?"
Call this off.
Yeah, and I think enough time has been spent having that interaction that the turn passes and he's not going to like be able to do it like immediately, sort of thing, right?
That's fair. If anything, it will just something will happen.
Do we know who Atabai is at all?
I don't think it matters right now because you're charmed. I'm distracted, and Darius is down. So
I'm just wondering.
Darius would probably be able to figure it out, but he's
He's just a little.
I don't think any of you are within your right mind to be able to understand what's going on right now. But I think Darius would be able to figure it out if he had.
Well, Darius is up.
Yeah, but you're like surrounded by red slaads, and yeah. There's
a lot of noise going on. There's a lot of cheering going on.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's chaos. We're trying not to die.
So the green slide throws some fire at you, Atabai, and hits once.
Wait. I might try to dodge that. Wait. Oh, that just halves the damage, doesn't it? It's just halves the dodge. Not worth it. Okay, I'll just take 9. Oh, wrong button. Okay.
Okay, cool. It's the red boys' turns. They're gonna make their attacks. This is on Raya. All with disadvantage. None of them hit.
The last one
Oh.
hits. My AC is 19.
Is 19 right now. Okay. 8 piercing. Make a con save. Make 2 con saves actually.
Okay.
How'd this be for the disease? The first one you do.
Okay. 14.
You good? And then concentration.
22.
Whew, good thing you have
Oh
advantage.
wait, right. You have advantage.
Yep. It's like you almost got the situation under control, and then it just appears again. And then on Ari.
First one hits.
First one, yeah. Make a con save. And you take 10 piercing. Just slashing you with a claws.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my superiority dice to like parry away from it. So
Cool.
1d8. So 3 damage. And then con save.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
All right. You are implanted with a slad egg. Over 3 months, the egg moves to the chest cavity, gestates, and forms a slad tadpole. In the 24-hour period before giving birth, the host starts to feel unwell, its speed is halved, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. At birth, the tadpole chews its way through vital organs and out of the host's chest in 1 round, killing the host in the process. If the disease is cured before the tadpole's emergence, the unborn slad is disintegrated. You don't know about this, but you have just been implanted with a slad egg.
She doesn't know.
I don't know.
No, of course you
What
don't.
do you mean I don't know?
You don't know. That's
Yes,
the
I
whole
know.
point. No, that's the whole point. Is that it's implanting it as it claws you. And so it's like, yeah.
No.
You only start feeling unwell in the 24-hour period before giving birth. So, yeah, 3 months from now, this will happen unless someone figures it out before then.
Well, hopefully we'll find out if we can just calm everything
Hey,
down.
I'm making a note that on
Sorry, will die in 3
June
months.
1st, 1493.
Yep.
Ari will die from the slab.
You got 3 months to live, Ari.
Awesome. It's okay. I'll go be with Mickey. It's fine.
All right, then the slides are going to attack Darius again.
I mean,
I think you just go, well, this is the thing. You take it one at a time here. First one misses. Second one misses. Next one hits. 8 damage. You're not down. Next one crits. You're down. And you're just dead.
What?
You're straight dead because the next 2 attacks hit and they automatically do 2 failed death saves.
Wait, the next 2. Oh, because
Yeah. Make 4 con saving throws because you might be brought up. It's crazy. There's an egg inside you right now.
what? I'm disease proof.
You're disease proof?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. Never mind then.
Yeah. Divine health. You are
Oh,
immune to
nice.
disease.
Paladin thing. Okay.
Yeah, what if Ari just said she was disease proof? Then would you just go, oh, okay?
That sounded like a thing that was true. So yeah, Darius dies.
Again.
Again. Darius, you go to the mind plane, because that's what people do when they die. And Mickey's there. And he says, he almost chuckles. You know, he's just like, nice to see you again.
Well,
You know, you peer in the black plane.
Yeah, I just say, you know, I don't know if nice is the right term, but it's going to happen eventually.
And then he says, do you know if Raya will be able to bring you back?
Well, it doesn't have long to be able to somehow get the diamonds all the way to my body. Technically, yes. Will she? Can't say. The dice are not in my hands.
He nods and he says, well, we'll wait for her to gather then.
Caleb, can you put
I
a
had these plans, I had these ideas, I finally figured things out.
What were you going to say?
can you put a 10-round timer?
Yep.
On the turn order right now?
Oh, for Revivify.
No, for how long I have to go cast Gentle Repose on him.
Mm.
I can't revivify. I don't have
He
diamonds.
doesn't have diamonds, but
I have diamonds. I have lots of diamonds.
Yeah, but not on you right now.
Technically, yes, they're in
Look,
They're in the thing, but
that
like
would take multiple turns to do. It's better to just Gentle Repose, and if we don't die, then I would guess that they would let us take his body.
I think Darius actually says to Maggie, so while we're waiting, any updates?
yeah, he probably fills you on some things, but we'll get to that when you get back. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think what does this do?
I think I know what I'm going to do next turn.
I think the larva mage is going to cast Circle of Death on everyone in there.
Wait, no, Circle
Death?
Circle of Death.
What the heck is that?
Caleb, if you don't want to play Terra Nullius anymore, you just said something.
Could have just used your words.
Each creature in the area, so all of you, make a con saving throw. You take half if you succeed.
I might use my uncanny dodge to con save.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Nice.
18.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a lucky. I'm gonna use a lucky to reroll that 8.
Okay.
I'll just take 15. I think if we're lucky.
Yes.
Actually.
All right. So Zaman. Oh, the DC is 16, by the way. So Zaman takes a full 31.
Serves him right.
I'm about to just roll another con save for my spell.
Right.
17. So I'm
Nice.
good because I succeeded my first one, so I took 15 damage.
Yep. Let's see.
How much
here.
damage is it?
31. All the frogs are taking damage too. Okay. All right. And then he's going to cast Eldritch Blast. He'll do one on you, Ari, and then see how it's feeling.
Miss.
15, yeah, and then I'll do another one on you.
Miss.
Wow, failure. All right, so I didn't put Tapayaxi in the turn order originally, just kind of on accident. I'm just gonna double check to see if he does anything. Oh, ooh.
Oh, come on, we already got one party member down.
About to be a second, probably.
Ari, make a wisdom save.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. On a
You're
success,
immune.
ending the effect. Yeah, you're immune. Okay, so it tried to paralyze you. Tapayaxi did, but it did not work. And I think that is, well, he has legendary actions. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna like soil himself by moving, but he tried to do that at least. All right, saves for
And
the.
really.
Yeah, go ahead.
He really should have better control of his bow. Did they have Did they have a death save because of Circle of Death as well?
Oh. Yeah. Gooch dies because he automatically takes 2. Yeah. But actually they both die because that would have been the death save. Yeah, they're both dead now. Sad day. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, it was Zamon's turn. Sorry. Yeah, so Zaman / Chommer is going to, you told him like what, call it off? Like
like into what you started.
How do you expect him to do that exactly?
I don't know, but what else am I supposed to tell him to do?
Okay, I think this is what he does. He stands up, runs over in front of Tapayaxi, prostrates himself before Tapayaxi, and then just screams like, I am very, very sorry, Tapayaxi, the great eradicator of dominions. I have acted foolishly and recklessly, and my god has abashed me. Please, take me as a sacrifice.
Good.
Well, so this is the thing. I think you realize this, Atabai, after a second. You're like, oh, crap. Like, Chommer is in control of this body, but basically what he's doing right now is he wants to get Zaman killed if he can't get all the rest of you killed. Like, he's still doing sneaky tricks to basically, yeah.
If it means we live, we can deal with that for now, though.
Yeah. So, I feel like Tapayaxi like responds and he holds up a tentacle, like, gladiator style, and then starts to twist it one way or the other. Like, oh, you're gonna live, you're gonna die. Except it's impossible to tell because he doesn't have a thumb. So I think the frogs stop. What do you guys do if everyone stops attacking you?
I was planning on casting heal on Ari to give her 70 hit points.
Okay. Yeah.
And also that a surge of positive energy washes through the creature, causing it to regain 70 hit points. This spell also ends blindness, deafness, and any diseases affecting.
Perfect.
But I really, even if I didn't know it, I really thought it through to be like, I have death ward on me, so I'm going to stay up. I need one of my friends to, like, who has healing to stay up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not metagaming. It's just really
totally
what I figured out would be the best thing to do.
So, the only person who's allowed, the only 2 people who are allowed to be mothers in this show are Darius and Akashi's wife, whose name
Mira.
We're allowed to be mothers?
Yeah.
In like a metaphorical sense.
Well, because you had the tadpoles in you.
Oh.
My gosh. So
I see what you're saying.
I think
Yeah.
I think what Tep
Because
I think
Darius
what,
birthed the astral dreadnought through his soul canal.
I think what Atabai will do, because there's Atabai now. It's just he will walk.
Well,
Hold on, are we going out of
we'll go
turn
in.
order?
We'll go in turn order quick. Still.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Just so you guys can do any healing stuff or whatever you want to do in this meantime. Ari, what would you do if they stop attacking?
If the frog stops attacking, oh, gosh, I don't know. If the frog stops attacking, like.
Oh wait, Ari, you also get another 8 hit points on top of that.
Great, thank you. I feel a lot better. I got a lot better.
Well, there's also Zaman like begging for his life, and that's when everything stops. So maybe Ari would be like, "Oh, wait, we're good, we're good."
So I just think Ari, basically, I think like just mechanically, she's just going to be like, "What the bleep is happening?" She's gonna like hold her action to attack if like something attacks her.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right, Atabai, what do you do?
I think I'll walk over, grab. Weird question, but is Zaman like wearing like a shirt or anything?
I don't know. I don't think Zaman normally wears a shirt, so no.
Okay, so I was gonna say I grabbed like by the back of like his shirt, but I can't do that then.
Just grab his. Well, I was gonna say you could grab his hair, but he has fire hair, so.
Yeah. I was.
Grab him by the back of his neck.
Yeah, I might honestly.
Or by his ear.
Yeah, hey, there we go.
Yeah. And do what?
I think he will grab he'll grab like Zaman, like he'll grab Chalmer by the ear and say, grab my ears, like, and just say something along the lines of not this exactly, but it's like Tapayaxi, you will have to forgive this. What's a good word for him besides just what is a classier word for moron?
Fool.
Idiot, fool.
Yeah, fool.
Yeah.
So he'll say something along the lines of like great Tapayaxi, like you'll have to you understand what it's like to have a fool under you, speak out of turn, like.
Okay. Do you want to make a persuasion check to like soothe him?
I do, but I don't because we know how this turns out. Better.
There you go.
That's more like it. That was a 19. Where was that earlier?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
That definitely would have gotten it earlier. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think he kind of moves his flower head around a little bit, and then he speaks for the first time, and it sounds like. It's coming from underwater and through like a blender at the same time. His voice. So it's like gravelly, intense quality about it, but also just muffled. But you can understand, like you can understand him even though it sounds like that. Like he imparts the words to you even if his voice is totally mangled. But he basically says, I do indeed know this. You have faced the wrath and come out the other side for now. Tell me, what will you offer as penance? And he has no discernible mouth, but he's speaking anyway. It's almost like the flower like pulses as he says the words, almost like a sound wave, like.
And you know what? I actually have like some magic items that, like I said, I haven't been using.
Oh yeah.
I could honestly give up. But he doesn't know I have them on me, so.
I mean, I think you can guess that he's not going to be super angry about it at this point.
Okay.
It's not like you used them in the battle.
Exactly.
So I will pull out.
Honestly, he'd probably be happy about it because he'd be like, "Ooh, more magic items that I still might be able to get if I can play my cards right," sort of thing, right?
What did? You know what? I have something he might really like. the other ring of control that I have.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
You could explain
So-
to him what it is too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I say, custom made, not for other people. You're not gonna find it. So I'll pull out the portable hole, reach in, kind of dig out the ring of control, and I'll turn it. I'll turn to the worm guy because I imagine he could probably actually grab it. I'll hold it out like to see whether.
Yeah, I think
Grab it.
he floats over and takes it from you with a hand that's made entirely of a swarm of maggots and just kind of envelops it into his maggot hand.
This is an item crafted by myself. It is a ring of control. And that I honestly don't know what it does because we've never
Right, you
gone
failed.
over
You
it.
failed using it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Tapayaxi says, is it the same ring of control that you used on your other minion? Or that you used on your minion? I guess he wouldn't say other.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean,
You could say like maybe something went wrong when I tried it on him, but I'm sure you know, all knowing that you are.
Yeah, I'll
would be
say
able to
something.
figure it
So
out,
like, well, clearly you will be able. You have given your wide, vast array of knowledge. You will be able to use it much more effectively than I.
Yeah. He seems to pulse satisfactorily in the larva mage. He has it inside of him now, basically now, and then he holds out his maggot hand again. He's like, "What else?"
Okay, here we go. What items do I not need?
So basically, right, like if you give him enough, you know that you'll be able to assuage his wrath against Zamans, particularly.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't give quite enough, he'll still probably demand to like torture him or kill him or whatever.
So okay, let me mark this off. Since it's gone now.
If you want to make an insight check, I'll tell you exactly how many magic items you have to give him.
Frick. 17.
Your guess is either 3 or 4 will probably do it.
Ugh. That's a lot. Okay. 3 or 4. I can give up. I have a spell scroll of pass wall. I have would a healing potion at all?
It would maybe count as like a fourth or a half of a magic item.
Okay, I'll do the ring. I'll do the spell scroll because I don't even remember what that is. So I'll do the spell scroll. So I'm gonna write these down. So we did the ring of control.
And while he's doing this,
Spell
the rest of you can,
scroll.
if you wanted to, Rye, you could cast down to repose on Darius and do whatever else you need to do.
Okay, cool. We will say that I have cast Gentle Repose on Darius using my last second level spell.
Whew, it's a good thing you had that.
Part of the problem is right now I'm like,
I
what
mean, I
does
could cast it as at a higher
Yeah,
level.
that's true.
part of the problem I have right now is like, what do these items do again? Because like I have this written down, but we like got it just a few weeks ago, so I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. We haven't used this much, so like I have the ring of regeneration. I don't know if I want to quite give that up, but I mean, if it means not dying and stuff like that. Okay, guys.
Well, I think at this point you know that you're not going to die. Like he is.
No, but I don't want him to die either.
Yeah,
since
yeah.
you said I know he's trying to get out of this.
Yeah.
I don't want to give up my ring of comprehend languages. That's how I understand people. Dang, I don't want to give up the quiver of Elhona, but at the same time, I don't
Never
use it.
Yeah. You could also ask anyone else to like give up a magic item.
Does
That
anyone
we
have?
don't have any possession of?
I mean, yeah, you could say like you can keep the thing that one of the things you took, sort of a thing.
I'm willing to. I don't know. I was just wondering, do we have anything we don't really need? Is
He
my
can
main
keep,
point.
if I can keep the armor I'm wearing, he can keep my splint armor of psychic resistance. I don't know if he likes that kind. I mean, it's magic.
Yeah, he'll accept that.
Yeah, as long as I can keep the armor that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Is your new armor better? Is that not?
It's the same.
It's the same, but it just doesn't have the psychic resistance.
So, I mean, that's something I'm willing to give up.
I mean, I can give up the quiver of Elhona. I'm not using it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
but
is
if
sad.
you need like 4 items, I can give up that, and that can be one of them. It's not very much.
If you give up the quiver of Alhona, I think that if you do this, Atabai, if you give him the thing you just gave him, right, the quiver of Alhona, Raya's armor, the healing potion, and the pass wall scroll, that will count. That'll be fine.
Okay, I'll mark off the potion of healing, and then I'll be like reluctantly giving up the quiver of Alhona, but I'm like, this is probably like one of like Teppan's first things that he stole. And it's like, oh, so sad if he'll give it up because I never use it.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
Portable hull's a little more useful.
Yeah, so he seems eventually satisfied, at least for now. And then I think the Larva Mage, looks... And it's hard to tell with the mask and stuff, but he seems to like glare at Zaman and then float back up. And then Tapayaxi, I think, says, what happened to my champion?
Oof.
And Raya's like watching the timer go down in her mind as to when it's going to appear again. It's pretty soon.
Well, no, because it's going to stay gone.
It's not going to come back.
Are you positive?
Because it's not negative. It's not native to the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he asked what happened to my champion.
I just say, like, I banished him back to wherever his home plane is.
Yeah, so I think Tapayaxi seems to consider whether or not that counts.
I also kind of say we were a little stuck in a corner based on what our
foolish companion,
our
call him
companion did.
Say we would have been glad to fight him, if it weren't.
Look, it put us in a difficult spot, so I did what I had to do to survive.
Okay, someone needs to make a persuasion check, I think, to lynch that. Atabai, you can do it with advantage if you like. So what do you say to clinch it? As to to convince him, we fought it, we were cool,
Just, you can say we defeated it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we didn't fight it, but we defeated it.
Yeah, it's like we were just called to defeat it. There was no stipulation as to how. Something like that.
That is the exact right thing to say. Roll persuasion.
Come on! That is the third time! No, fourth or fifth time that has happened tonight!
I think because it was the exact right thing to say, I'll still allow it.
Thank you!
I was going to say 26 was going to be but I think it's fine. I'll give it to you. And two things that you said that were the perfect things to say. One, Raya said the thing about surviving. The Seven Serpents are all about survival of the fittest. You do what it takes, sort of a thing, right? Also, Atabai, if you couldn't tell from the way that all of these things act, the giant list of rules they gave for the gladiatorial arena, Tapayaxi, and the fact that Tapayaxi conquers a bunch of places, he's a lawful evil guy, right? So he's about law and structure. So when you said I don't even remember what you said.
There's no stipulation.
Yeah, there was no stipulation. He's like, that is correct. You are right. And then he basically says, very well. You have come to petition me, have you not? What is your petition?
I think. Honestly, I know. I think Raya's the one to say it, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of glad we're not all dead.
I guess
I figure out the Darius thing.
We'll say that I'm
I can still we can do it in a way that I can still make the rolls. It's just
I just come up closer if I was by Darius. And
poor Darius can't say anything. He's just
dead.
Look, I don't have my diamonds back.
Okay, he's gonna have his cool moment where he
can't do anything for you right now. There's literally nothing to be done. And kind of go, we come seeking your aid in helping to defeat one that you may be familiar with.
Who might that be?
Maziel.
He stops wiggling, kind of puts all of his tentacles go down, and he says, "My brother, you have called me here to tell me to kill my own flesh and blood." And
Before he kills you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think that's the first time you've actually heard them you've maybe heard them say like metaphorically there are brothers and sisters, but he went one step further and said like this guy's like an actual brother.
Yeah. I just kind of say before he kills you, like he did Arendira.
Okay, I think this is the roll time.
See, this is about as awkward as it. Like the only thing that can be more awkward is when you're trying to set someone up with someone else's brother. That's like the only.
I'll be like, and I just kind of click, having like, surely you have heard what happened to your own sister.
She is not my sister. I have always hated Arendira. I am glad that she is gone.
That complicates things.
Yeah.
I just kind of go, Maziel is eating? What's the right word for it? Devouring,
yeah.
Maziel is devouring anything with great power, which would include you.
All of us have always done this, but this is the first time that anyone has broken the pact.
With the break in the pact,
Unless there was a loophole. There may have been a loophole. And then he starts to like squirm again. He's like, oh, maybe Maziel did a good thing. And
I just kind of go, we are not aware of any loopholes, and we have...
You were not there when we forged the pact.
We have on good information that his goal is to destroy the whole world.
By crying a river and drowning everything.
Yeah, he seems to be like, that doesn't sound like Maziel.
We seek no gain from this besides protecting the world.
What evidence, what proof do you have that Maziel is a threat to existence?
1 second, I'm looking through my notes to see what...
We have the orb of Shaboba.
Like how? Okay. Where's all my notes on what's actually supposed to happen?
I think if I remember anything, it was he wants to bring back She of the Jade Skirt, right? That's the main thing that he's accomplishing.
Yeah.
And She of the Jade Skirt, if I remember correctly, is going to try to basically destroy, like, not intentionally destroy the world, but like cause an event that will cause another cycle to be born, but there is no more cycles. Like, there are no more cycles. Like, the world will just be destroyed. Yeah.
Got it. So I just tell him he's trying to resurrect She of the Jade Skirt, and with that, start a new cycle. Would he know what a cycle was? I don't know.
You can just
say that.
I'm gonna make a roll.
I'm like, I'll say cycle, and if he doesn't know what it is, then I'm assuming he'd say something.
Yeah, he knows what it is.
Okay, so I say that, but then I go.
Yeah, he
But
wriggles.
there are no more cycles that exist. At the end of this cycle, it all ends.
Are you saying that our goddess will cause the fifth world to die?
Not knowingly. I don't think she is aware that this is the last cycle. I think she wants to start over, but I don't think she fully knows what she is bringing.
Yes, our mother did All right, our mother has slumbered for these many years. She has not been able to discover what I have discovered. What you say may be true, but why would I open myself up to attack from the other serpents? If I was to make a move against Mazayol, they would ally and destroy me.
Because you are our first stop. We are making our journey around to see all of the serpents. You have just been our first stop.
He seems to be pleased by that.
We felt like you were the most important to get on our side. So we came to you first, because if you were not on our side, there was no way that we would be able to defeat anyone.
That's just for you, Alyssa. Making technically movements. He looks like this, guys. He's a big, technically thing. He has no other expressions to make. Yeah, so I think he seems to be like beginning to be swayed. Would you? I guess this is the time to make a roll.
And then I also just want to say, like, before I make the roll, if I could just say, like, we just come seeking your favor. We can communicate with you after we've visited other serpents as well. We're not trying to make a move before we have other people on our side.
Yeah.
Like, we're not asking you to go against your people. We're all trying to band together to go for the world.
Yeah.
All this together.
Exactly. Okay. Emily.
Can I say something kind of like help and like
Right, as drastically trying to. This is the musical RPG. That would be what would be happening right now, and yeah, that'd be the role.
Together.
What were you saying, Seth?
I was like, can I like help to give advantage?
Yeah, I think what you said already helped.
Can I guide myself, or is casting a spell in the middle of this? Would that just be weird?
Rise, like, 1 second. Before I convince you.
I pray to my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna let you do it.
Yes. Okay, I just wanted to
ask the moon to convince you.
Because wait. Before I guide myself, has it been a full minute since we let that thing get banished?
Yes.
With all the talking. Cool. Then I will guide myself. It's also concentration.
Yeah.
I wanted to not bring back the thing to get a D4, because who knows what happened with that. Okay. Persuasion with advantage, and then I'm also going to roll a D4.
Okay, roll a D4 first.
Okay.
And also I need to figure out the DC in my head. Because I want to base this basis on like the percentage chance I think you as a character would have of convincing this guy. Let's see. All right, I got it.
No, I'm so nervous. Okay, here's the D4. 3.
Nice.
I'm so nervous. Okay.
Yep, it's good enough. Yep.
Wow.
28. There we go. It's not.
Hey, look, another 25.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm just not lost.
Yeah, so I think he says, I will have to think about the best way to make a move against Mazayol. It is true that awakening the mother now would likely be disastrous. What you say has merit. The mother, she would attempt to cause another event that could ruin everything. It would ruin everything. Yes, Raya Olufemi. I will join your coalition.
And then I just, want to get some housekeeping things done. Are you okay if I magically communicate with you during our journey?
Yeah, he seems to think about that a little bit. And he
Or
says,
like, would you rather me communicate through someone else?
Carrier pigeons.
I actually don't know what he would prefer. Let's see. I'm thinking
Look,
like
I wanna get this down pat. I have all my questions in my head to ask him, his preferences.
I just imagine like
Keep him happy.
I just imagine this is like the world breaking moment where like Raya pulls out an iPad. It's like, okay, hold on, let me take notes.
yeah, I think he says me. Like, yeah, contact me personally.
Okay. Secondly, are you okay with us telling the other serpents that you are on our side working with us?
Yeah, I think he nods slowly and he says, I do not have a poor relationship with any of the serpents. I have been focusing my efforts outside the basin and leaving them to their own devices. I have had little in the way of conflict with any of my fellow serpents. I doubt that my inclusion into the coalition would cause much tension.
Okay, and then my other question is, do you
Unless, and he seems to have a thought. He's like, unless they thought I was making a play for the basin itself, unless they thought I had turned my attention to their domains, I would tread carefully around that.
We'll bring it up kind of as a we think that it would be helpful to just say none of us, we're not talking about fighting over land, we're talking about fighting for the world. That's our tagline. Not for anything, not against anything, just for the world.
Team Raya, fighting for the world.
I'm writing that down real quick.
Yeah, he seems to be okay with that.
And then I just kind of am like, since you are on our side and you have such great wisdom about everything, is there, in your opinion, a best serpent to go to next? Any advice on how to talk to them?
Yeah. Let me take a look myself at the seven serpents. Let's see what his neighbors. Let's drag into the map here.
And obviously, if anybody else has any questions, feel free to chime in. Just going through my...
Ari just doesn't
Aw,
to
dang.
talk. I think Ari is mostly just like looking around, like observing at this point. Like,
Well, that's really depressing. I reset the dynamic lighting on all the maps because and now all of the spaces that
Oh no.
it just. But honestly, I think at this point, I'm
You
just
can
gonna.
always go back to old streams and like just find what you've shown us.
Honestly,
let us see the whole map.
yeah, I honestly think I'm just gonna do that. I don't think there's. I think what Tapayaxi gives me, he gives you maps of the whole basin.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he gives you as a present. So there you go. That's the whole Elotli Basin. Congratulations. You guys.
he just deleted some people up there.
I don't even remember what those are there for, so I just was like clearing it out. So you guys are right there right now. So his neighbors over here, right? The three, honestly, the only three, the next three you're going to talk to, Knock Knight, nobody knows where he lives. The Holler Ravager, no one knows. But the three that are like over here, you have Nelqui, the Smiling Despoiler. She's right here. What kind of, ask me questions about them. So what was I think you had one that was
I was just saying, like, is there like a best way to approach them, to talk to them, or like something that would help persuade them? Do they all know that if I talk to them about the cycles and how she of the Jade Skirt wants to reset the cycle, will they understand that?
Do they all have coliseums to try to earn a boon?
Right.
Right. No. Yeah.
Prepared to fight coliseums again? Like, what are we walking into?
Okay, so I'm not going to say all of that in character
Right.
for him, but just to give you some information that he will part with. So I think he right away he says, I don't think any of the rest of my brethren will understand the cycles except for probably like Knock Knight would, Maziel would, and Arendira probably did before she died. The other three that you're going to talk to here, probably that's not the tack to take with them. They probably don't care or even know. The things he tells you about the three over here is Nelqui, the smiling despoiler. Your biggest challenge with her is going to be getting her to care about anything. She's very comfortable with her position. She has the smallest domain out of any of them. She honestly only maintains it because a lot of her followers have like a fanatic kind of devotion to her. They even more so than a lot of the other Seven Serpents. They have they put her on a god complex pedestal thing. They're all pretty gross. And, that's her whole thing is kind of grossness. Right? She's eating the garbage of the world, the magic garbage of the world. And so all of her followers are very strange, and your biggest challenge with them is getting them to understand anything, past their own religious fervor. And your problem with her is going to be, motivating her to do anything beyond just sitting and doing nothing. That's kind of her comfort zone now. She just sits there.
So she was like an early American then.
Yeah. She's just like, she has no motivation at this point. She's kind of withdrawn from every part of the basin. So he doesn't really know off the top of his head what could motivate her. But so he's like, that's probably the person you'll have the most difficulty with. Not because she's like powerful or stubborn or anything. She just is apathetic. She doesn't care. And Exunamai, the infernal butcher, is the gal that is over here. Let's see, what does he know about her? She has been doing a lot of interesting experiments on her people. Some of them he thinks sexual in nature. She's been pretty kind of isolated herself because she's been doing all these experiments, but she's definitely not she's not apathetic, and she's not unproductive. She's just kind of insular at this point because she's working on some grand project or experiment or something. Nobody's been able to get a lot out of her in a while. But yeah, she has, if I think as he is kind of explaining everybody's kind of thing to you, you're starting to get a picture that each of them, what's the word? Not approximately. Each of them roughly align to one of the 7 sins, honestly. And they're like motivation.
Jordan just said that.
Nice.
Pick up the phone because I flipping called it.
Yeah. Right, because, Tapayaxi is greed. Maziol is gluttony. Arendira was pride.
You started to mention, you started talking about Trash Lady, and I'm like, wait a second. That's kind of
that is her official name now, Trash Lady.
And I'm Catboy.
Catboy and Trash Lady.
The Adventures of Catboy and Trash Lady. So one of the things, okay, I'm just going to brief tangent. One of the things that I've been talking about with Carly recently, as I'm working on all of this RPG podcast stuff for the future, one of the things we decided that we're gonna do is Carly's gonna be doing original art for the stuff as we go along through the podcast. I'm gonna say once we get to this, it's gonna take a long time, but once we get to this episode, one of the bonus things for this episode is going to be a comic cover of Catboy and Trash Lady, The Adventures of Catboy and Trash Lady. That's going to be one of the bonus things.
I'm just picturing a really cute old lady with a little cat.
Right, yeah.
But she has a little trash hat or something.
I'm picturing one of those hoarders that you see on the show, right? Where they're very lazy and they own a bunch of cats.
Right, yeah. So, and then Nelqui obviously is sloth. Exunamai is lust. And the last one, Knock Knight is Knock Knight is pride. Arendira is envy. The last one, what's his name? Zanzadel, the world igniter. He is the closest one to you, and he I think he suggests going to him next. And he says, his thing is, if he was roughly aligned to one of the 7 sins, he would be wrath. He lives in a volcano. He has been eating lava. The volcano itself has some sort of magical nature about it, and he's literally been eating magical lava.
I almost wrote down, because I was going to make a joke, I almost wrote down eats Pepto-Bismol. Probably needs some.
And so he's been feeding off this volcano for a while now. He's probably one of the most powerful 7 serpents in terms of raw power, but he doesn't have a whole lot of followers. He has some Yuan Ti. Many of them have been turned into fire elementals of various sorts. And he doesn't really have a good... And he probably thinks... Tapayaxi probably thinks he would probably be the easiest to convince to go against Maziel, simply because he would be down to fight. You would just have to convince him maybe that he could actually... I don't know. I'm trying to think of...
You could do the classic, you don't have to help us, if you're chicken.
Yeah, that might be the tack to take with him. Tapayaxi isn't entirely sure. Because you get the sense that all of the 7 serpents have been pretty isolated from each other for a while. They kind of just stay in their own lanes. But yeah, I think he says something along the lines of playing on his aggressive tendencies, or his pushing on, maybe pointing, saying that he's a coward or something like that. That might work. And I think that's what he tells you.
Might also make him eat us.
That's why we frame it as a coward feeds on the weak. A champion destroys the powerful.
And honestly, yeah, when Darius said that, the tack to take might be...
Well, Darius didn't say that.
I know he's not there. I'm just saying... Sorry, I meant Jordan, I guess. The tack to take might be Maziel is now a worthy challenge for you. Right? Because he's eaten Arendira, who is largely considered the weakest.
Worth it before.
Yeah.
It's only worth fighting now that he's technically 2 serpents.
Exactly, yeah. And Arendira was technically the weakest of all the serpents. So if Maziel eaten one of the other ones, he might be I don't know, he might be more powerful than me, but since it's Arendira, that might be the best chance you have of convincing him to take him on. But yeah. Yep, Zanzadel, the World Igniter, is probably your next best bet. Though you will have to travel by land to get to him, or backtrack a whole heck of a ton and go back up the river. But yeah, that's a suggestion.
Fast travel.
Cool. I think obviously, Raya, you get all your stuff back and you res Darius. But let's do a scene there, Darius. So let's figure out what you've been doing. Unless anybody has anything else they want to cover real quick.
I mean.
Oh yeah, do you have another question for?
I also just I'm cool. So do you have a place for us to stay tonight?
Oh yeah, sure. He gives you lodging. That's fine.
Now that we're champions, essentially.
Yeah.
And we're buddies.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, and I think you also get the sense that Tapayaxi is probably going to be the easiest, the most reasonable of all of the serpents. The rest of them will be more and more erratic, probably.
Good thing I got my ones out this time.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so you guys get lodgings for the night. And then Darius, I don't know, what do you want to know from Mickey? Let's talk about this. I mean, you have some goals that you can work on in the meantime here. Right, related to what's going on with being dead and being with Miggy on the mind plane or whatever.
Yeah. So
we can take this conversation anywhere you would like.
Yeah. So
take it to Florida.
Get out of here.
First I want to know like any updates he has with like on his side, just any information that he might particularly know that he has found out, you know. Specifically, what the heck? Sorry, I'm looking at the camera and this eye just looks super dark. Sorry, I'm weird. I do want to pitch the idea about how I might go between planes more to him to see what he thinks.
Yeah. I think he says, yes, you've been working on that. What do you want to know, Darius? What do you think would help? I haven't been as intimately familiar with the powers as you have.
Well,
I'm a god. I don't need to do that.
up until this point, I've used mind magic to try to go between planes.
Seems likely. Your original powers came because of your touch by Shablanke himself. He used his own soul, essentially, maybe his mind. No, yeah, I think that's probably what it was. He used his own mind to power your transcendence to bring you back, or at least one of you.
So maybe, if I can take it a step further, to use soul magic.
I'm gonna make a roll for him. And yes, I did just say I'm going to make a roll for a god.
Hopefully he's got some.
I mean, I've made lots of rolls.
That's fair. I did level him up to a 20 level rogue, so there is that.
Finally caught up.
And then some.
I think he has advantage because he's a god. Let's be real.
You could just make him succeed just cause.
No, I think I was gonna do that. Like, I wanted to see what the range of rolling here was gonna be.
Just imagine, like, on his character sheet, like, in the...
Always gets advantage.
Well, I just imagine, like, what is it called? In the features and traits, like, one of the things as a drop-down is godly advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Always has advantage on every roll.
So I think he thinks about it for a second, and he says, Darius, and everything that I've discovered through this, it's possible that would help you, but it also might be incredibly dangerous. Given the connection the Devourers have right now to the Soul Realm, you would be opening yourself up to their touch. You know what happened when... Well, and he's talking about, like, the Astral Dreadnought fiasco.
Yeah.
So I think he says, I think probably what you need to do is focus more on the mind magic. I don't think it has something to do with not using the right kind, but maybe not having the training, the practice, or maybe the raw power that you really need to control it. And he seems to think for a moment, and he says, I could try something. And he frowns, and he seems to, like, maybe reconsider it, and he's like, Darius, I'll leave this up to you. I think I may be able to give you a second touch of a god, as it were. But it might be dangerous for me. I don't know how Shablanke did it, and when he did it, he died. I am not dying. So I imagine I could probably pull it off without that. Do you think it's important enough to warrant that?
Well, for one thing, we don't even know if I'm going to make it back.
Well, as you're going back, I have the utmost confidence in Raya. As you're going back, I could probably bestow the touch then. We'll wait until that moment.
My other
Last
concern
minute.
is that if you were to do this, maybe it wouldn't kill you, but would it weaken you?
I don't know. There's not many things I don't know, Darius. So that's troubling. But I trust you, so I'll let you decide.
If there's one thing I've learned over the past, how long has it been? Like 9 months or something?
Something like that, yeah.
If there's anything
Maybe more
I've
like
learned
6 months, but yeah.
If there's anything I've learned over the past several months, it's that power is not worth the risk.
It's wise enough.
Everybody has been going after power and more power, and all it does is plunge us deeper into all of this. And Darius kind of throws up his hands and kind of walks around a little bit.
Yeah, and then I think he says, there may be another way, Darius. And question, does Darius know about Orbius?
Yeah, remember he
Yeah, Raya mentioned that there was like a copy of you inside of the orb at one point when she was ranting to the Burning Sanctum.
Yeah. But, oh man, I feel like there was something where we were talking about, I don't know. Does Darius know about Orbius?
You know that he exists. You maybe don't know the significance. So I think what Miggy says is there's something. Well, Raya has had a couple of interesting things happen with the orb of Xbalanque. I'm not as directly connected to it as my predecessor was, but I do have some power over it, some connection to it. And there's a bit of you there. And his eyes seem to widen. He's like, that's it. That's why it isn't working, Darius. That's why you don't have the control over it like you should. Because you don't have a full mind. Part of your mind has been siphoned off into the orb.
Oh, I thought I was just insulting him. Like, you don't have a full mind, dude. You're not all there.
I mean,
it has less to do with actually having the capacity of mind that you need, but more the connection to the mind realm that you need. I think I might be able to fix that, if you want. Well, you'll have to do the actual fixing, but I can start the process.
Darius thinks for a moment. That could work. So, what, do I try to go back into the orb?
Good question.
I feel like the answer is no. You come out.
Yeah, I think it would be more of a siphoning out. It would probably feel incredibly strange, but maybe just try doing the reverse of what you normally do when you transcend. Instead of going to it, try to bring it to you.
It's almost... Wait. And I just, as a player, remembered, and I think Darius remembered at the same time, so it's a fun thing. When I tried to go into the orb, I used locate object. So, if I use the same concept...
Just cast the spell backwards.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, basically.
Object locate.
Well, no. It's not even casting the spell backwards. It's the same concept as I'm finding the thing, and then using my transcendence backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, first make an Arcana check.
Okay.
That's the first roll here.
Do my Arcana's bad.
Dang.
But you rolled pretty well. Yeah, I think you'll get advantage on the roll now, because you kind of figured it out, the exact like arcane process that you need to do to make this work.
Okay.
So you do this, right? You cast the spell, you see the orb, and then you try to bring it to yourself. Now, how do you visualize this? How do you?
Am I doing this in the soul realm right now?
No, you're in the mind realm right now.
Or mind realm, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't passed to this. If you were in the soul realm, it would all be over already.
So, but I'm trying to do this in the mind realm right now?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what was your question again?
Most of the time when we've done this sort of stuff with Darius, we've talked about like how does he visualize it mentally, and then we decide what stat or whatever you're using. How are you doing this? You're bringing it to yourself, but like, what's the visualization exactly?
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like Darius is trying to find a piece of himself and call himself home.
Okay. So is this like persuasion?
Yeah, trying to persuade himself to come home.
Sure. Sounds good. Do it with advantage.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
29 is certainly
20.
adequate.
Come, little Darius, come home.
This means that Emily's gonna lose an ability. Technically, with
Well,
Ruby's
yeah, she
gone.
doesn't get advantage to getting
But
guardians
like,
anymore.
I wasn't really allowed to unlock anything else anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I don't know, Darius. You tell me. What does this look like when Orbius leaves the orb?
And like Orbeus
And-
coming
and
back like a dog.
Comes
Like,
back to you, which also means, Darius, you're gonna have all of the memories of Orbius during this entire time.
Memories of Sabu and Raya in that orb.
I'm gonna have all the memories of Raya and all of the other. Wait, and all of the
Every
other...
time that she's gone into the orb since Orbius went inside.
Well, that and what about the Guardians? Do I gain their memory too or something?
No, but you probably were
Just
talking to
about-
them at various points. So
Okay. But I mean, like, Darius or Orbius's thoughts and Raya's thoughts were like connected.
oh, that's true. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
You know everything Ryan knows.
Wait,
Up to this point.
wait. Hold on. Does that mean Darius knows how to read?
Yes.
Whoa. Did we just succeed on this thing?
I think he had to have. Yeah. That's the only way.
Okay. So I'm gonna get half of all
You're
those.
gonna get half of all of those. Wow, I didn't even
Why
think
does
of.
this always happen to me? I never get all of my credit for all these things I worked so hard for.
Sorry,
Why would I have teach Darius how to read for this episode, Caleb?
I did not think this would happen, but here we
To
are.
be fair, technically Darius taught himself how to read.
No, it counts. It counts. Riot
No, it was
psychically
me.
imparted the knowledge to him.
Oh my god.
That's
true.
hilarious and amazing.
I don't get any of the credit I deserve.
Sorry, Emily.
Makes you feel any better? I have 5 goals on my character sheet that are just right. Fail.
So Raya,
Okay.
is there any other like deep dark secrets that Raya is holding that Darius would now know about?
I
mean, that Sabu's mind is in the orb.
Yeah, you know about all that. Yeah.
I mean, besides that, I guess he'll just see like how much of a druggie I was.
Right. Yeah.
How much of a drug?
You probably just have a lot more empathy for Raya now.
Yeah. Well, and like I'll know just exactly how much of the weight of the world is on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Like I'll personally know it. And
But like, I mean, I don't think I have any crazy deep dark secret.
Okay, cool.
yeah, okay.
She
So
likes
I think-
Nickelback. Cool.
No, I can't even admit that.
I don't know why I put it on the radio all the time. I just hate Nickelback.
Yeah.
Listen to.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this graph.
All right, Darius. What's the idea here then? You Orbius goes inside of you.
Yeah, so
You get your mind back.
So I think we like cut to a scene in the orb, and Darius just, or Orbius like, he's talking. Maybe he's talking with Raya and Sabu, the ones that are in the orb, and he suddenly just like hears himself like calling himself. He's like, he just hears like, Darius, it's time to come home. And then he's like, what? And then he like Orbius just kind of gets this sense of, oh, it's time to go. And like he like stands up and like turns to Raya and Sabu and says, I think it's time for me to go. And then a door just appears next to him. And it just kind of like, automatically opens, and he just walks through, and then the door just fades.
Nice.
And then we like, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So Darius, I don't know. You didn't get Orbius into temperance. This is something different, right?
Yeah.
But I think you've perfected jumping through the planes.
Yes.
I think that does it.
He's not in temperance. Is it at the point where he'll never be in temperance? Or
I think so. Yeah. I don't think it's possible anymore. But because of that sacrifice, I'm gonna give you that first goal completely.
Okay. Cool.
Got Orbeez out.
Yeah.
That's something.
R.I.P. Orbius.
Yeah. Orbius doesn't exist anymore. He's just Darius now. Cool. You could technically get Raya or Sabu in the orb into temperance.
Get Raya in there.
That would be so disturbing.
No.
Yeah, I have a copy of
Honestly,
your mind in my
magic item
sword.
for a while.
Technically, he has a copy of her mind in his mind.
But
Yes,
not like
but not
self-functioning.
but
Yeah,
not like a
it's
cognitive shadow. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
there we
is,
go.
it's like there was an operating system of Darius inside of the orb, and Raya could like go into the orb and use her operating system to operate Darius's operating system. And now I took all of the files off of Raya's operating system and downloaded them onto my OS.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
That's weird.
Yeah. So I think that happens, and then Raya obviously reses you, and then you start to fade back into reality, and Miguel says, "Well, good luck, Darius."
He turns to Mickey and says, "Thank you, and wish me luck. I've got the."
Well, he already did. That's what he just did. But
Huh?
that's what he just did.
No,
but
no. He's Darius wasn't finished. He's like, "Wish
okay.
me luck. I have a performance ahead of me."
I think he understands, and he nods, and he says, I think it will all work out for the better, Darius.
He nods.
And I'll be here when I'm needed."
And I'll be there when I'm needed.
He nods to you. Cool. Any other last minute things?
As Darius is, rezzed. When he's rezzed, he just, I want to do a performance roll as a soul, or as like a mind or whatever, to make it just kind of make it seem like it didn't work.
Like a what?
Like it didn't work.
In what way?
Like you didn't get rezzed?
Yeah.
At first, sort of a thing, and then you will actually.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Do
You
it.
know what I'm doing.
Yeah, of course I know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a performance check.
Oh, I thought the performance you were doing was that you lied to Ari that you didn't see Mickey.
Yeah. Yep, definitely counts.
Cool. I'm gonna
Awesome.
put one.
How would you guys in the immediate respond when it doesn't seem like her spell worked?
I mean, like, it's my magic. I feel like his performance wouldn't work on me because it's my magic and he can't off his heart.
Exactly. You would just be like, I see your heart beating.
I feel it beating. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
But what if they choose to not come back? Is that a thing that someone can?
You can. That's only with true, like an actual resurrection. You didn't actually die.
Okay,
That's if your soul was in the soul realm.
Yeah.
And even then, the resurrection doesn't work right now because
You muted us.
yeah.
I mean, he did die. He just didn't die.
Yeah, he didn't pass into the soul realm. His soul was still sticking around. And anyway, resurrection doesn't work like it should work anyway, and so there would be no option for him to say no or yes because he would be gone.
Yeah.
It would just be another version of Darius that might, tag along. Okay, cool. Let's do goals then and get out of here. My dog is freaking out in the other room because
I would say like just as like yeah, I want to say that maybe like ends with like Atsubai confronting Chalmers like we need to talk.
Yeah, and then we'll pick up with that next time. But yeah, that's a good place to do it. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What was everyone else's reaction to it seeming like Darius?
Oh yeah.
I would just kick you, like try to kick him, like come on, like.
I mean, like, obviously Ari doesn't like it. I think Ari doesn't say anything to you. That I think she just, I think actually she's like kind of cold almost. Like, you can tell, like, you could probably tell just because Darius knows Ari, like, that something's bothering her.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just like, she's not overreacting like she normally would. Normally she'd been like, you idiot, like, how dare you?
Yeah.
But she's just like, yeah, cold, trying to like put on a face.
Yeah, and I think Darius does enough good enough performance that it's not that no one thinks that he pretended. It's just like something maybe glitched with the magic. You're not sure what happened, but Darius is good enough at pretending that nobody suspects that he was like putting on a show. So it's just like it didn't work at first, and then he's back. So cool. So just a quick thought then. What's the plan for next time? Do we want to just time skip, or is there stuff you want to accomplish here?
I think there's a few things we need to tie up first.
Okay.
But time skipping, we can always time skip like in the middle of a session.
And then I would be interested if they like have supplies here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do like honestly, guys, you know what I might let you do? This is a big enough city. I think I might let you go shopping.
We don't have gold.
Do you have no gold?
I have 24 gold because we didn't like that was the whole thing is like why would we have gold?
You could probably
Because
trade if you had automatic items.
I have enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if anyone wants to do anything like that, you can certainly have your run of the town and do anything like that.
I have 1,587 technically.
We're going shopping.
Okay.
I have a moss agate.
1 copper piece.
2 copper pieces.
All right, let's do goals and get out of here. Tepin.
Find a purpose. I'm kind of getting there. I think one of the things that, I'm working. I think I know what his purpose is right now. Like, Atsumai realizes like I have some stuff I need to clean up.
Wait a second. One thing we'll definitely have to touch on next time is Atabai announced to the whole gladiatorial pit that he's Atabai. So that conversation needs to happen. But
yeah, I know.
Well,
I know.
didn't say no. He technically didn't say. He didn't say I am Atubai. He said
true.
Like,
there would be a
like,
question
he's
about
my
how he
servant.
did that. Yeah.
Right. That's more like where we're gonna be like, what the heck just happened?
Exactly.
Raya will have a question because he called me Atsubai and says that you bounced.
Yeah, but while she was charmed, though, I don't even
Yeah.
know which that even like registered with her.
I think it
like,
would. Charm is just like she's on his side, right? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have recognized the fact that I've ousted myself. On that note, so I kind of have found a purpose. So
Are you level 15? Right. I think Darius is still level 14. Ari is level 16, and Raya and Atabai are 15. Okay.
I'm gonna level up with all this experience I'm about to get.
Maybe. All right. So
I have found technically at the next session, I think he will find his purpose because he knows like I have stuff I need to clean up that I've left in my wake.
Yeah.
Did not hide my true identity, so that's finally gone. I'll need to find a new goal next time.
Yeah.
And then got the 7 serpents on our side. 1 down.
Yeah. I mean, your goal is to get the 7 serpents on our side, so like you just get a working on towards it. But Yeah, so it looks like I think 3 working ons for you, which is that is not correct.
I think I level up from this. I don't know though.
4,200. That level up?
I don't know. I don't know what the level up place is.
Raya?
95,000, I believe, is.
Oh, then I am way not level up.
Or like 195, sorry. Okay, my goals, kill Maziel, so I worked on that.
Yep.
Gather an ally.
You did it.
So that was my 3rd time working on that.
Well, no, so that happens every single time. No,
Okay.
last session, you got a
Did we
completion on
count it last session?
it. We did, yeah. Even though they
Okay.
died, you did.
Cool.
You succeeded on it.
Perfect. Then it's just this one. And then worked on protecting the party. And then I worked for 12 sessions teaching Darius how to read.
Okay.
So that's 6 sessions, I guess.
Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3 plus.
I've not been marking how long I've been working on some of these things.
Got to keep them tallies.
Pretty much I've had to find a purpose as long as I've been playing as
Raya, you get 15,800.
Level up.
Nice. Ari?
The only goal I worked on was protect those I love. I didn't befriend any animals.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was racking my brain trying to think of how I could put that in the session. I was like, there's just nothing.
No, it's okay. I don't know. I got to figure out because I mean this was just a very combat heavy session. I should have known better, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's okay, Terra.
It's okay. I'm ahead of everybody. I just did it selflessly so that way everybody can just catch up to me.
Right. So you get wait. $3,200, Ari.
Thanks.
And then Darius. You perfected jumping between planes, and you worked on your secret goal.
Secret working on. And I failed getting Orbeus into Temperance. But I acquired him myself, so.
Yeah. How many times did you work on perfect jumping in between the planes?
I haven't been keeping track. The first time I started keeping track was the secret goal. I had not been.
All right, I'm going to give you...
how to jump between for 4 times. I don't think I've tried to perfect it, have I?
Oh, yeah, we gave you a minor completion, didn't we, on the other version of this goal?
Yeah.
So,
this is like the first time.
Yeah, so you get... I know, Tara, I know. 7,500. All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream before my dog goes crazy. I need to go let her out. And we are done. That was episode 63 of Terra Nullius. Thanks for playing, guys. A lot of fun. Can't wait for next time. Adios.